Some might say things are getting pretty wild out there. Since Donald Trump took office, executive orders have been signed left and right. Many statements have been made. But for the purposes of this video, I want to focus on just two topics, USAID and Elon Musk, because I had an epiphany and I would like to share it with you. If you like the vibe, maybe like and subscribe, or if you want to support the channel further, I'll link the Patreon account down below that you can check out if you so choose. Alright, first things first, talking about foreign aid. So Ian Brewer, one of my favorite geopolitical commentators, had a fantastic video on this subject that I will link down below if I remember to link it down below. In that video, he talks about how USAID was started by President Kennedy, who thought that wealthy countries had a moral obligation to support developing and or poorer countries. Now, the United States provides more foreign aid than any other country. In 2023, we put out $60 billion in foreign aid, which accounted for about 1% of our total budget. Now, $60 billion is less than 1/6 of Elon Musk's total net worth, so take that for what it is. But I digress. Included within that $60 billion were a number of critical health programs that provided food and medicine to millions of people. Now, people may ask, and I think rightfully so, why is the United States sending billions of dollars in foreign aid when we can't even take care of our own people? What about our own citizens, or our infrastructure, or our veterans, or just our people in need? And I totally agree. I agree 100%. However, I think the better question to ask is why not both? Because I totally agree that the budget needs balancing. I totally agree that government has gotten too big and we need to do something about our out-of-control spending. But I think we should be gutting the apparatus that benefits the wealthy instead of cutting the slivers that support the working class. Because there's literally so much money at the top, and none of it's trickling down. But more of that in just a moment. Back to foreign aid. So foreign aid is one of the best ways for the United States to exert soft power. That aid will help boost smaller economies, which will then benefit US businesses. It'll also boost security and stability in the region, which will help limit migration. But also pulling out that aid will then create a vacuum for our adversaries to exploit. Because of course China's just going to move in, do exactly what we were doing, picking up the pieces from where we left off, and then gain whatever influence there is to be had. So there's a strong case to be made that USAID is actually bolstering an America First protocol. But one of the reasons why people have such an issue with things of this nature is because the United States system is not geared towards helping the average citizen. It's very much rigged in favor of the wealthy. The people with the money, the people with the influence, the people with the power. Because it's very much a government of the wealthy, by the wealthy, for the wealthy. How many times am I going to say wealthy in this video? I don't know. Regardless of political party, the working class never got the support that they deserved, being the ones that helped generate all this wealth in the first place. They never got the education, they never got the health care, they never got the support for veterans and those less fortunate. So yes, America is the dominant economic power. No one else even comes close. Some of our states have a higher GDP than most countries, but in my opinion, just like the United States, being the wealthy country that it is morally obligated to help support developing countries, I think wealthy individuals have the same obligation. Elon Musk has tremendous wealth, obviously, and I did a really interesting thought experiment of how I would act if I had that kind of money. Over $400 billion at time of filming. Like, I see no reason why I wouldn't be performing fucking miracles every day of my life. Just walking down the streets of every state trying to figure out how to improve the lives of everyday people. Performing miracle after miracle after miracle when you have unlimited monetary resources. Oh, your house burned down? Well, here's all the money to replace everything and more. Oh, this children's hospital needs a few $1 million? Here's a few extra $1 million than what you actually asked for. Think about how incredible that would actually be to have that amount of power, that amount of money, and to see firsthand at the local level the impact of the actions you had improving the lives of everyday people. It would just be absolutely nuts in the most profound and positive way. And just what exactly has Elon Musk done with all that money thus far? He's continued on the pursuit of money and power, largely with impunity. He bought Twitter, he bought the presidency, he's now engaging in more nefarious corruption than even I anticipated, now looking at his actions with the Treasury, and now Medicare and Medicaid, and just whatever the fuck else. The Department of Government Efficiency is only going to make the government more efficient at funneling money to the top, to the wealthy, because that's who's running the country and have been for a very long time, only now it's more egregious than ever. And because Elon is so powerful, who's there to stop him? Just like the United States is so economically powerful, who's there to stop us from enacting a trade war, slapping on some tariffs, regardless if it's an ally or not? What we need is more public pressure. We need a culture of resistance to butt up against the elites when they overplay their hand. Because it doesn't have to be this way. We need to strive for cooperation between nations, between groups, between individuals. Instead of always focusing on what we should dismantle, instead focus on what we should strive for. What kind of country do we want to be? What kind of culture do we want to create? Money is the root of all evil, but the full quote is so much better. The love of money is the root of all evil. And that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing it on the individual level with Elon Musk, and we're seeing it on the national level with Donald Trump. And it's all under the guise of helping the average American by balancing the budget, but really it's just tipping the balance of power in favor of those with the money. But we won't be tricked so easily. So we will work to build this culture of resistance. And speaking of cultures of resistance, my boy DISL Automatic has two bangers that I think fit this topic really well. The songs are Killuminati, kind of a play on Kill the Illuminati, and also They Don't Care About Us, which of course is a reference to Michael Jackson's song They Don't Care About Us, which also fits this topic. Now these two DISL Automatic songs are a prime example of songs that I endorse probably about 90%, but there is still that 10% of stuff that he says that I myself do not believe, I myself do not endorse. But that's not going to stop me from playing two bangers of a song, because again, you don't have to agree with everything 100% all the time to enjoy some good music. I'll definitely link those videos down below, definitely check them out. And in the meanwhile, guys, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. If you like the vibe, definitely like and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel further, again, there is that Patreon account down below. Definitely hit me up with some music recommendations or just an artist that you want to see me review next in our Revolution Review series. And until then, guys, that's all I have for now. Take care, and we will see you on the next video. Later.